Hey everybody, so it seems that I guess submitted the wrong part two of my project. So here is the correct one. I really apologize about that. But basically just to finish off my part two, these are my wonderful coworkers. Um, but as you can see, there I am, and I am, my coworkers, they don't look like me. They are, they don't, they sometimes don't understand the kind of things that I go through within a predominantly white school system. And I mean, it just kind of is what it is. But at the same time, I've learned a lot. My quote for this slide was, be roses that grow in the concrete. So no matter what, what I'm going through, I am still able to thrive in whatever situation that I'm in. I have to be able to, just outlive and outgrow all of the negativity and the, anything that can like surpass it my way. But yeah, so my tolerance indicators for myself, I believe, were these eight. The ability to express feelings and emotions in discussions. I am very open, I'm very honest, and I'm very willing and able to um, just speak my feelings, speak what's going on. Articulateness in role playing and storytelling. Well, honestly, I guess you could kind of say that my life is just kind of like that. It's almost not saying that I live a lie, but I do have to role play. I do have to take on two different parts of myself. Enjoyment of the ability in creative movement, dance, dramatics, etc. Um, I'm not sure if I mentioned this in part one, but dancing and interpreting songs and poetry was a big thing when I was in high school, especially in middle school. I was very, very able to. I loved working on poetry and I loved working on ideas about poetry. Um, yeah, and dance as well. Like I really liked dancing, and that was just part of my culture as well. So then, I would go to school, and the predominantly white kids would try to do those same things, and it was just it became a whole new idea of trying to dance like black people, so to speak, and it was different. Expressive speech. I think I put that on there because, like I said, there's one way where I have to talk around certain people, and there's another way I talk around different people. And you can definitely just tell that, it is a different way to talk. Like you don't want to talk quote unquote white, or you don't want to talk quote unquote black. It's just interesting. So I do think being black, there is an expressive type of speech. It is very colorful, so to speak. Fluency and flexibility in nonverbal media produces large number of ideas in play situations. I mean, again, there it is. Like I'm producing a large number of ideas in different situations where I am being someone else, or I have to portray a different side of myself. Enjoyment of and skills in small group activities. Work in a small group facilitates learning. Well, I definitely do that. As a teacher, I definitely have to be able to work in small group activities and facilitate learning. I definitely have to do that. I had to do that when I was on different teams, and definitely, excuse me, you can definitely tell that. Richness of imagery and informal language makes others see pictures when he tells a story or relates personal experience. Well, I did that here. I had to. I wanted you guys to see a different picture. There are two different sides to every story, and I believe this is not, so to speak, speaking for every black person in America, but just speaking for people like me that may go through things in such a way. Originality of ideas and problem solving produces solutions when no one else can. Um, yeah, this is, I mean, in the world that I live in, this predominantly white world, producing solutions where no one else can help you with, you kind of have to find your own way out. You have to figure out, you know, what is the best way to produce this side, without coming off, you know, um, like out of anger or not coming off so or seemed as disrespectful. It's just a different aspect that I have noticed that I've had to become. And then lastly, I just want to leave this legacy that, this is one of my favorite quotes in the book. It's dope to be black until it's hard to be black. Um, I had to go through all these different phases. And if you can look on these pictures, these are pictures of other educators that I have definitely grabbed hold to, and just really appreciated them being in my life. And then I stick to people who understand me, who go through the same thing that I go through. And, it's just fun, and but it is hard. You have to be living in this world where you have to be almost two different people. It's interesting, but you kind of just have to go with the flow. And this is funny because this is actually my second grade teacher that you guys saw earlier. We saw each other at the GAGC conference, so that was pretty interesting. But this is my presentation. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really apologize for the other video. I'm not really sure what happened, but thanks, guys.